Yeah. Would you use your TV as a center channel? That's my question. I
Are
came
you
up with that.
serious? Okay, so is this coming off of like a review that you've seen? Because I know Chana, that Sony that you have, right? Is that the one that has connections for the center channel?
It does.
I might be asking for a friend.
Oh, look at him.
It
Scratching
does.
his beard and everything.
It does.
I might be asking for a friend. I don't know.
And so like
so kind of quantify this thing. Like kind of give me some more.
Chana, if you were me, how would you quantify this question? If you were me, I'll let you.
Okay. So perfect example is Michael. In your living room, you have no TV. You just got a wall. You got your little
entertainment center.
Yeah. A little cabinet situation, and then you got speakers, right, left and right.
Correct. Okay.
If you were to get a TV, you're not a TV, but if you had $8,000 burning a hole in your pocket,
I'm looking at an 85. Okay.
Okay, so you get this Sony A90J OLED, right?
Okay.
Now you're like, okay, cool. It's so huge, 83 inch, 85 inch, whatever. Yeah. Like if you had space for a center channel, where would that go? Below it? Above it? No. Like it'd be too much. It'd be like, they're shouting at the top of your head, right?
Yeah, you can't do it above.
Right. Below, it'd be like on the ground, angled up. Yeah. Now they're shouting at your chin or neck.
Garbage, yeah.
So the thing to do is, you get a basic receiver, 5-channel, whatever, plug in your speakers left and right, and then you plug in. It's just like a spring-loaded black and white black and red to the back of the TV, and you go into the settings and you got to click something over to use the TV as your center channel, right? And then you would run your room correction.
Yeah.
And now you've got a center channel that's just coming out of the TV.
No,
you wouldn't do it.
Not even in the least.
Dude,
no, there's no way. That's garbage. And I've never been a fan of what they call a phantom center. A phantom center is where you have
there's just a standard stereo setup, right?
Yeah, you have good enough imaging that now I've done that before. I've had my stereo set up and I'm listening in 2-channel. And I'm like, dadgum, my center channel's still on. And I get up and go to the center channel and realize it's turned off. And that's great imaging. And I like that. But man, I always like a dedicated center channel. But in this case, I would do a phantom center channel with 2 great speakers than a center channel that's made by Sony with great speakers. What do you guys think? That's
well, I have a question then. Chana, how's the sound on that Sony? Because that's what you would use as a center channel in this case, right? What would you say?
So interestingly enough, now I made the mistake. Well, actually, B&H made the mistake. I asked them for a Samsung QN90A. I ended up getting a Sony A90J. So I mean, it rhymes
close.
It's for Sony, Samsung, QN90, A90J
with an S.
Yeah. So I don't know what happened there, but I was expecting a Samsung, so I wasn't like all hyped up to open it because Samsung. And I opened it a week later. I'm like, oh crap, this is the Sony that they haven't had in stock. And so now I'm down a week because I only get the thing for 4 weeks, right? So I took it I work graveyard 3 nights a week. So I took it with me to work all 3 nights. And I'm sitting like 5 to 6 feet back and I'm watching some IMAX enhanced stuff. Like, I brought my Zapiti, the small one with the hard drive. So I'm watching a bunch of movies and the audio actually sounds great on the TV. Like whatever simulated surround that they're doing in their acoustic surface technology, like the sounds coming out of the screen, the sound actually sounded like it was coming from past the borders of the screen. So I was getting this, I was like, why am I hearing stuff from the far left and right? So that was really cool. And that happened on a bunch of different content, IMAX enhanced content, Dolby Atmos content, whatever. So when I hooked it up here, and so I have all these little
satellites.
Oh, the TV is going to sound better than those for sure.
They're not as little anymore.
These guys. So I got these guys all around the room. And so I have the front stage of this and then another one of these in front of the TV and then the right. So when I started with the TV, I was just like, oh, God, I can't hear anything. So I reran Odyssey. Excuse me. And then with the Denon X3600H, the new Denons, you can have 2 presets. So preset 1 was the center channel being one of these Avatones, and then the second one being the center channel being the TV. And it's hilarious because you know the distance that it measures, right?
Yeah.
So these things are 11 feet from the chair, and the center is like 10.8 feet when I'm using the Avatone. When I'm using the TV, it's 26.9 feet away.
Wow.
It's what Odyssey.
It's trying to figure it out.
Is that because of like delays and stuff like that? Is that why?
Probably just because it was so low volume wise. It thinks it's just farther back, right? After Odyssey, I gotta say, it's actually kind of nice. It's actually kind of nice. I don't have to put the speaker right in front of there because this is more about me hearing Atmos properly, right? So I don't really care if it's blocking, you know, the pole is blocking the TV. I've already seen the stupid movie, right? Sure. But man, it's actually pretty convenient. And for somebody, and then this is why I bring up, you know, a space like or situation like yours, Mike. You don't have a TV. You probably got a whole bunch of like a lot of space. I know you guys are talking about the timbre matching. I've watched so much stuff where stuff pans left and right across the screen. It's literally unnoticeable.
Wow.
With these speakers. But of course, these aren't the best speakers in the world. So it's kind of weird. I'm kind of like, whoa, this is interesting. You know, if I get a 77-inch one of these and some $10,000 focals, maybe I'll just use the center channel of the TV because it's just taking up so much space. And then the cool part is every time someone's talking, it's coming right. It's like you're watching a movie, probably, Mike, in your room, in your theater room, because everything's behind the screen. Yeah. So that also like adds to the whole thing. Like, oh shit, like this is actually kind of cool. But but look at this. Look at all this
too, Tristan. I'm like,
Tristan's like, no,
hey, bro.
That's hilarious. I was actually very surprised. I thought it was going to be crap. That was my initial impression. Like, oh, this is gonna suck balls.
That's just because you're a Sony lover.
That's it.
Sony everything. You know what? I have an idea. Just send that TV to Aaron. He'll put the whole TV on the clipple. How about that?
Perfect. I don't even know if it'll actually fit, but we'll try.
You have to do it vertically.
Yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
99.9K subs now. That's great. That's great.
No, you know what? You're the right person to ask though, because you do get to check out some good center channel speakers, big ones too, right? I think that Martin Logan one you have is pretty big.
Yeah, it's a 3-way. It's like $1,700. Like it's the cost of a TV itself.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't know what a center channel is supposed to sound like. Like right? You have an idea. Yeah. So it's kind of cool to hear that it sounds somewhat decent. And you know what? When you spend that much on a TV, you kind of expect certain things to work a little better than you expect, right? Like, for example, anybody who has a MacBook or an iMac, have you heard the sound on those things? It's kind of like surprising for the size, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you don't expect a laptop to sound that good, but they sound pretty good. I mean, not crazy good, but pretty good. So anyway.
Yeah, no. The only thing is like with going from the larger 15-inch MacBook Pro to the 13-inch, there is a difference in sound, and that's clearly due to space and what they could do with that chassis. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So maybe you can use your TV as a center channel if it's not your main system. If it's all you can do, right? If it's all you can do.
Yeah. If space is an issue, right?
Try it.
I mean, I'll say this, definitely. If you're gonna spend $700 to $1,000 on a soundbar with paired it up with this TV, scrap that. Get a little what do you call it? $400 or $500 AV receiver. Get some bookshelf speakers, and then run the center channel off the TV. That's probably way better than a soundbar. If you're pairing it up with the TV that has this kind of feature, which I think only Sony's have had.